I'm Ed Welter, and I'm a crayon collector. The most interesting thing for me was that here was something that anchors everybody's childhood, and yet there was no history written about it at all. As I started looking at it in my collector-like way, I quickly found a whole industry that hadn't been documented or was largely forgotten. And yet when you put it all together, you can certainly tell a picture of America, from these boxes. That was really compelling and interesting. And I started not only just collecting, but started documenting all of this. They were really inexpensive to pick up because nobody collected them, or very few. I was amazed to find that anything you could write the history of. It's usually you think of something, it's already been documented in some shape or form. And I wanted to find something that wouldn't be thought of as a collectible, and crayons just came accidentally. And I think I've got a collection that won't grow into a warehouse. I've known collectors where it's overtaken their house, and kind of my rule is it's organized and it doesn't leave this room. When it starts to leave this room, it becomes a problem. What you have to do is put yourself, you go, if I were a crayon box, where would I be? And if you think like that, what you end up concluding is that the most likely person to save a crayon box for a long time is somebody like an art teacher, or somebody in the education area that deals with kids, or maybe is in the art field themselves. And so then you go, well, I wonder if there's a retirement association of those. And so then you kind of go down in your own little private eye investigating different methods for finding these things. I like if they represent some point of time in Americana. The Popeye with the surfaced air launcher is a classic. I mean, you're only going to see that in World War II propaganda. And just Popeye himself, was only popular for a certain time point. A Scrappy, same thing. And I like some of the interesting graphics that are on them. They depict different times. I have a Blendwell over there that's kind of futuristic, but you know that it's futuristics from the eyes of somebody in the 40s. I think one of the boons for me has been Google's effort to digitize old periodicals, to be able to look at old advertising. And I started to have to take all of those advertisements, all of the price lists, the catalogs, the physical boxes, and kind of infer and put that all together into a history. And that's kind of what I've been doing. But there's still today, I've got boxes over here that are a mystery to me. It's still a puzzle. I don't have it all figured out. Typically we think of, archives and heritage as kind of libraries and galleries and, like the Smithsonian. And more and more there's a lot of that use in the corporations that are the marquee corporations that have been around for a long time. And storytelling is an essential kernel of all of the things that you do, from retro designed brands that you make, from researching what was done before, from educating your employees on your history. There's just so many things they're using their heritage for.